Hello, welcome back to Little House in the Big Woods. Today I am going to show you how I make star bread. So I have already made my dough. See if you can see it. It just had its first rise, so I'm going to take it out and we're going to separate it, and I'm going to show you the process on making it. I have a greased piece of pan here and all the rest of my ingredients ready to go. So let's get started. I'm going to put a little bit of flour, not too much, because it should have quite a bit already. So what I'm going to do here is cut my dough into 4 pieces. Let's see, you can't see that very good. So I'm going to cut this into 4 pieces. Yeah, oops, that one didn't come apart enough. So I'm going to just set these here and let them rest while I'm working with one of these. I'm going to grab my rolling pin real quick. So what I'm going to do with these, I'll leave a description in the box with this recipe for this bread. I've made this cinnamon roll recipe before. I did do a little change up to it. Anyways, I'm going to try to make this the size of this pan right here. This is going to be our first layer. It has 4 layers. Each layer is going to get brown sugar and butter on it. I can't roll a very good circle if you can't tell. Like rolling tortillas. I don't roll tortillas very well either, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You can kind of stretch it out on the pan. Just get your general idea. I do want to try to make it a little bit bigger than the pan, just because when I pick it up, it tends to shrink out a little bit. You know, the dough does. So, you know, it's very forgiving. You can stretch it out a little bit on there. So, here's my first layer. Take my pan over here. Like I said, that's greased. So we're going to just drop that down like a pizza. And I may have a little excess, but that's okay. I will fix that before we do any more. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and add some butter. Yes, I'm using my hands. You have to do this before we go on to the next step. And I'm just going to generously grease the, get that butter on there. Let's see here. Now we're going to put some brown sugar on there. I just made this here a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you've seen it in the description box, but it turned out pretty. Hope this one does too. So, okay, that's probably enough of that. We got some cinnamon. Okay, so let's work on our next layer. Put a little more flour in here. Oops, maybe a bit too much, but it'll be okay. So again, we're going to roll it out. Apologize, I can't get in there, but I'm more or less just showing you the process of how we do this. So, again, we're just going to make it the size of that pizza pan. Sometimes if you turn it a little bit, you can get your circle a little bit bigger. And it's going to go a little bit bigger than that pan. This turns out to be, I don't know, I thought of it more of a Christmassy kind of idea. Oh, I'm not, let's see. Oh, I got it big enough. We'll just stretch it out just a little bit over here. Okay, go back again with the butter. Sometimes my butter is not quite, I mean, I took it out, but it's doesn't want to be palatable, so I put a little bit in there and oops, make my hand warmer so it gets spreads a little better. A little moving around there, but it's okay. Okay, so we're going to just repeat this process. Brown sugar. And, you know, you just put in and as much as you want on your stuff. More cinnamon. Okay. Here we go again. I'm wiping my hands off here. It doesn't really matter because the dough has some cinnamon and sugar in it too, so it'll just absorb it. We're getting there. I'm trying to make the consistency of the dough all about the same. I noticed on that last one I had a little bit more inconsistent. This thickness anyways is what I'm talking about. So let's see if I can get a little better. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that again. Let's see. I like to have that still my consistency. Let me do it better. Anyways, it'll probably be alright. We're going to trim off a little bit on the sides anyways, so let's get this. Oops. Stick. I am over the edges a little bit. The last time I made this, when I went to do the last step, my edges were shrinking in, so I don't want that to happen again. So we're just going to have it over a little bit. Might need me get me more brown sugar. And that's okay. Let's see here. Oh, I think it needs a little more on there. Okay, more cinnamon. This just turns out really pretty. So we'll do the last one. Do you have any favorite Christmas recipes? I am the baker of the family, so I do a lot of baking. And I do a lot of homemade candies. Peanut brittle, divinity, fudge, chocolate covered pretzels, just a lot of them. So I forgot on this last one, I'm probably not going to need any more because we don't need to put a topping on the top. I'm going to get me a knife real quick out of here, and I'm just going to kind of trim off this excess a little bit just to make it a little more pretty. Kind of like what you do as a pie. If you have too much, it doesn't want to stick together on the end. So we're just going to fix her up. Yeah, it's not perfect, but you get the idea anyways. As long as it tastes good, it's probably going to look pretty. Just a little bit more over here. Let's see. Oh, I got a little bit extra right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab a little cup real quick. Okay, so I got my cup here, and we are going to start cutting. First, we're going to start cut into fourths. By the time we're all done, it'll be 1/16. Yep, you can tell I wasn't very straight on that one. But it's okay, by the time we get done and everything, our cuts will all be fine. I should have cut that one again. So let's cut this one. Let's see, I think you're getting a good eye on there. So we're going to cut that in the 16ths. We're almost finished. I hope you can see that. One more. We're going to go a little bit more with this one here. So I should have, you can see it's not very even in some places, but it's okay. It'll come out still all right. Okay, so what we're going to start doing here, making sure it's all come apart with our layers. If it hasn't come all the way apart, just take your knife and help it a little bit. So let's see here. What we're going to do is twist that. Twist it up there. We're going to do one side one way and one side the other way. So let's twist this one. And then we're going to kind of pinch them together at the end to make our points for our star. Let's see if you could see that. See how that is? You made a point for your star right there. Okay, so let's do another one. Whoops. So we're going in, doing it one side, and doing the other. And we're pinching whoops, that one. Let's fix this one right here. Okay, so again, making a point. It looks like it might have a little excess on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that off, and then I'll fix it. Make it look like a point. Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Sorry, my camera shut off, so I went ahead and finished it. What we're going to do now is let this rise, and then we'll do the next step. It already looks pretty. Okay, see you back in a bit. Okay, so I let it rise a little bit more. It's not too much bigger. I didn't want it to rise off the pan. So, anyways, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and show you the last step. And that is, I have 1 egg white, 2 tablespoons of honey, and about 1/4 cup of butter. Sorry, can't see me. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is spread it along this star bread. So let's see if I can show you real quick. So what I'm going to do is, let's see it right there. Sorry about that, so I can adjust. I've mixed that all together, and I am just going to smear that all everywhere and make that. I forgot to start my oven, so I'm going to turn that on real quick. Need to start that to 350. And it should take long for that to start because I just had it on for this bread to proof. it is already, you know, just by sitting out, it has taken quite a bit of rise to it already. So I'm just applying it, you know, not very liberally, but, you know, just a light coat on there. What this will do is brown it pretty good, and also, you know, add that honey. Will add some flavor to it. So, and darken up your bread and make it look real pretty. I'm going to go ahead and adjust up these some of these points are kind of messy, and I don't know, I guess I like to, I haven't been able to get a nice looking bread, so this is what I'm going to do real quick. Just make those points out. You'll see when it cooks how it looks. So I'm trying to hurry here so that my battery doesn't run out again, because it ran out when I was trying to show you. Okay, so we're going to get that in the oven. We'll see you back in a minute. Okay, so we're back and it has done cooked, and let me just show you what that looks like. You can see very good. Let me see if I can adjust that, but let's see. I don't know if you could see it. Anyways, definitely a lot prettier. Let's see. Maybe there's a good shot of it. Anyways, so I forgot to mention, sorry, I'm adjusting here. I forgot to mention how long we cook, and it's going to cook 25 to 30 minutes on a 350. So, like I said, and then all you do is, for your serving, you just take one of these twist part off, and it's kind of like a cinnamon roll, only this one has honey in it, and it is very tasty. So anyways, I thought I'd just bring you along and show you how I made that. Hope you're all doing well and having good days, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping by.